Okay, everybody, welcome. Today, we're going to be going back into the past. We're playing Terrafirmacraft, but we're not playing the previous series. I might play that at some point later. I do still have it. I'm playing Terrafirmapunk mod pack, partially because I've been seeing other Let's Play of that, and it just got me inspired. And plus, the Terrafirmapunk mod pack is extremely well constructed. It is still using the old Terrafirmapack. Hang on, let me just get the audio going here. Um, let's see if that works. Yes, it does. Okay. Um, it's using the old Terrafirmapack or Terrafirmacraft mod, but it keeps getting updated. Ooh, that's loud. We're gonna turn that music down. Let's see if that's better. It's still fairly loud. Um, but anyway, I figured let's get back into it. Let's just jump in. I might get inspired and go back to my other series, but I'd like to keep that, sort of manufactured episodes rather than streams. So I figured let's just start streaming this. And I've already played this map just slightly. I actually really, really liked the map. I figured, oh wow, look at that. That's Kellanite. I didn't even know that was up here. But I really like this map, and I figured maybe I'll just try it a little bit and then start a new one for you, but I like this map so much that I decided to go ahead and play this one. So, that's still just it's too loud in my ears. I'm not sure if it's too loud for you guys, but just trying to get these levels about right. That seems a little bit more reasonable. I'm here at the top of this mountain for the night, and the reason is because I died. I was trying to tackle a bear, I guess, and whoops, I just kind of didn't make it. Didn't live. Did not live through the encounter, so I respawned back here on top of the mountain. I guess Terrafirmapunk makes you respawn near where you died, so that's good at least, because, or maybe it's just the world spawn, because this is actually it's probably just world spawn. This is fairly close to where I spawned in, and it's kind of nice. So, we're gonna just kind of, there's a, let me just see if I can cancel that. That would be 1500, 177. So if I go B 1500, $15,177 for that, and that's animals. So that's going to be sheep. I've been trying to save some. Oh, that's close. Needs to be a little bit farther east. But, that's close enough. If I go there, I'll find it. What was I saying? Oh, I've been, let me show you the map. The mountain is fairly safe because mobs don't do a good job going vertically. They just mostly horizontal. But here's the map so far. I've marked out some areas where I found minerals. There are obviously some buildings. This is Terrafirmapunk, so there's steampunk-style buildings here and there. And you occasionally find weird anomalies in the world gen. But nonetheless, I have marked a few ores on the map. I've also marked several strata. There's dolomite on this side and gabbro on this side. So there's this barrier that comes along here somewhere. And again, the dolomite's over here, the gabbro's over here. And then there's a schist layer here somewhere too. We might be able to see it. It might be like right here. That might be the dolomite gabbro. But this is definitely schist. You can tell because it's green. Yeah, here's the schist coming in. And here. So, gabbro, there's probably a three-way border somewhere because this is dolomite and gabbro, and then there's schist here. So it's probably right about here is the three-way border. So we do have those three. Now, in the schist, we are likely to find certain elements like sphalerite and galena. In the dolomite, actually, I know for a fact we have tetrahedrite hanging out, bismuth, bauxite, limonite, magnetite. All of my metals are read by the cassiterite and is over here in the gabbro. Gabbro is the most awesome one in the game, and garnierite. And I need to actually fix that label real quick because some of these I just did in a hurry because I was like running through a dangerous area. and so I didn't do a good job getting the coloration right. Garnierite should be red as well. Garnierite is nickel, and that becomes important later. So just getting all the metals marked as red. White is strata boundaries, gabbro schist boundary here. So the gabbro on this side. So the gabbro is pretty extensive, and that's the best biome ever. Now there's trees here as well. I think these are pine trees. I think these might be maple. These are mostly Douglas fir. So we've got a few different types of tree, but really I'm just waiting for the morning. Terrafirmacraft, for those who don't know, is a great mod to Minecraft. Unfortunately, it's based in Minecraft 1.7.10, so it's using this older version of Minecraft, but that being said, it's just so detailed and well thought out. That's bismuth. Go ahead and mark this as bismuth. We already have several indicators for bismuth, but I'll mark another one there. And, you know, red means unexploited ore in my lexicon, so that means to me that, and this kaolinite actually needs to be, I need to edit that. That should be purple, because it's not a non-metal ore. So non-metal ores tend to be purple, whereas metal ores tend to be red, whereas animals are blue. That's my code. Now, we're waiting for morning, but anyway, as I was saying, Terrafirmacraft is a excellent mod for basically it's a much more difficult and intense mod compared to the standard game. A lot more work goes into everything, and it's very survival oriented, so even just like crafting and... What's that? Why is that texture missing? Not really sure. That's weird. It's supposed to be a small limonite, but it's clearly the texture for a stone block. There's some enemies there, so I obviously want to avoid enemies. So I'm just kind of popping around and staying up high. That's the main thing. That'll keep me safe until morning, which should be very soon, I would think. The days go by pretty quickly in this, you'll find as well, but that's okay. I could lengthen them, but you know, eventually we'll get enough light back home where we can work throughout the night, and it won't be an issue. I guess while that's going, let me just so as you know, I mentioned on my last stream that I had an issue with YouTube because I was using third-party software to you know, basically stream to several different things, and the problem is that it became difficult to, well, the service stopped sending it to the right place. So I'm just gonna right now I'm just changing my YouTube video description here. But anyway, that should be fine. That way it'll at least save the correct game. Is this just dangling on the edge here? There's a ton of limonite over there, and I definitely want to get that at some point, but we're not even close to the point of being able to mine yet. So this episode, I think my goal, well, I'll show you once I get back to my stuff. My first goal is to get my stuff from the bear that killed me. But Terrafirmapunk is extremely dangerous, especially compared to, certainly compared to vanilla Minecraft, and even compared to quote-unquote vanilla Terrafirmacraft, which is difficult, but not this difficult. My death was there about 200 meters that way, so once the sun fully rises here, look at that beautiful coloration. I may try to get shaders working at some point, not this episode, but anyway, it is very difficult, and you tend to die a lot, and this mission that I'm about to undertake, going to go get the stuff here, and I think I am about ready to head down and go for it. At least it's not raining, so we'll have a good, clear day for this. Look at all this limonite. I will be good to go on iron. That's just regular quantity ore, but that's fine. So much of it is exposed. And we got this guy coming over to attack us, presumably. So I'm just going to strategically walk around him. And there's guys over there. I mean, that's the thing with Terrafirmapunk, is that they create all these, like, modded mobs from other mods, like Twilight Forest and so forth. And they can really, really hurt you, too. So I'm just running away. Now what I could do, and I'm gathering little stones and sticks on the way, that's the bear that killed me, and if I can just lure him into the creek is best. If he'd stay right there in the creek, that'd be great. I don't know where he went. Oh, he's up there. Okay. Well, the bear, extremely dangerous, gets confused, and I just need to run around him and not allow him to get up here while I get this. Okay. Did I get everything? I think I did. Okay. Now we need to quickly. And we're going to die again. Okay. I turned off smart moving, by the way, which is one of the mods that makes it supposedly intuitive to move, and you have certain advanced movement options, but for me it's just a distraction, so I turned that off. That's the only mod I've turned off. The other one that I'm thinking about turning off, though, is realistic foliage. It makes all these little grass things appear, and it gives all the leaves a rounded shape, and I think it gives it gives these little particle effects. I don't need it. It doesn't look that much better than just vanilla, I mean, but I'll keep it on for now. But if I experience any sort of performance issues, that's one that's going to get sacrificed right away. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, so I've got all my stuff, yeah, and I'm heading back home here, and this is my little temporary home that I've built. I'm still very much in the Stone Age, so I'm in the age where everything is clay and stone and so forth. And I do have a couple of armors that I'm going to throw on, and I have food, and that's not that badly decayed, actually, so let's just put those in there for now. I don't know what we're going to use for that necromancy mod, but I guess I have these. And so what I want to do, I want to get myself in a position where I can actually take on that bear. Not necessarily kill it, but at least either kill it or get it out of the way of what I'm doing. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a whole bunch of axes and javelins in my inventory here. Okay, so I've stopped home, but I realize now that what I was doing, I was trying to get tetrahedrites. And that's because that's the one location where I actually found tetrahedrites. And now I have probably enough offensive weapons that I can probably... Oh, shoot, I didn't mean to do that. You know what, I'm going to do a couple more javelins. Javelins, now this, I'll show you an example, and for most of you who've seen this, you'll have seen my previous 3 series on Terraformacraft, so you'll know this. But what you do is you just take any 2 rocks in your inventory, right click, and then you get this napping interface, and you can, for javelins, you just chip away 3 corners in a little L shape, and that gives you your javelin head. There's other things. I think I did a knife on camera without even explaining it earlier. So, the point is you just make little shapes in your inventory, and that's one of the methods of crafting in this. Okay, and we're out of that pork chop. I had a pork chop to start out with because I killed a couple of pigs. And I was trying to drink this water. There we go. Okay, so we're now completely energized. And I've got 3 axes, which is good for a fight like this. Let's see if I can find Mr. Bear. There he is. He's going to come right at me, it looks like. And I'm just going to hit him a few times with these, and he is down to 4,100. And what I'd really like to do is go get those javelins. And that one missed. It's a lot of work to just get a few javelins on this bear. And he is getting taken down by this current right now, which is great. And I'm just going to use that opportunity to get these javelins back. And if I hit him with another round of these javelins... Man, this current is strong. With another round of javelins or so, I think he'll be pretty weak. And even if he doesn't die, well, I really do want to kill him now because I've already I had a little bit of issue there with the lag or whatever it is. The game does lag sometimes. There's two reasons mainly. One is because it tends to back up, and the backup takes quite a bit of resources. The other one is because it's just a much more intense world gen and data set than regular Minecraft. And it's quite possible the game will crash too. Oh shoot. Well, it's a female bear, we know. We learned. And he is getting there on the health. I just gotta find my other javelins. I don't know where all the javelins went. Some of them may have broken, but some of them are probably stuck in the side of a block like that. He's at 1200, so we're very close. And I like him in the water like this. This is a safe, relatively, way to attack him. And he's under 1,000 now. Come on. I just don't want to get on land with him because he will kill me. She will kill me. But this current is a godsend, and we're just 500 away now. And I really want his big bear hide. Okay, and one more shot and he will kill me. She will kill me, I mean. But a couple more shots and I'll kill her. Well, I say a couple, I mean like 4. Yep. 3, 2, and one more. 1! Got him. Okay, her. And we just got It Jiggles achievement, which it's a suet, I guess, that I got that gives me that achievement. Now, I don't really care about those javelins so much at this point. The large hide that I got will allow us to make a bed, or a very primitive type of bed anyway. Okay, so we've avenged ourselves. We're back here, and this is one of the tetrahedrites that I was trying to get in the first place. So, I'm gonna put this potato down here in my inventory, but let's go ahead and grab that. And one of the first things you want to do in any Terrafirmacraft game is start looking for copper, and one type of copper is tetrahedrite. And so, you know, we just kind of jumped right in, and I didn't explain a whole lot, but you have to get 10 of these guys. These are what are called small tetrahedrites, which means they're worth 10% of an ingot, if that makes sense. And let me just get rid of this death marker here, because we don't need it anymore. But we need 10 tetrahedrites, and we just have 3 right now. Once we get our 10th, then we'll be able to build certain tools, which will allow us to more easily claim or get metal. And I guess sometimes I like to mark the extremes of metal pockets, because then you can kind of find the center of the deposit. And as you can see, there's not any tetrahedrites over here. But there is where I marked that one, there's where I marked that one. So that's kind of the central area where these things are happening, and that means that if we dug down right there, we would find a vein eventually. So we're just gonna mark that, remember that, and then when we actually come over here to dig a mine, which we will almost certainly will do, we'll know more or less where to dig. Now, I tell you what, we're not gonna find 10 tetrahedrites right here and now, unfortunately. And the game usually doesn't make things quite that easy. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the 5 or so that we have found. Let's see if there's any more. I'm just kind of scanning around for any more tetrahedrites, including over there. Sometimes they are a bit of ways away. Sometimes you'll find 2 veins close to each other as well. And we know this is dolomite, so we know we're in a biome that will allow tetrahedrite to form. And by the way, just you can look up on the wiki which types of rock support which minerals, but you'll see on there that tetrahedrite, I'll show you, is not native to tetrahedrite, not native to dolomite, which is here. In fact, limonite, magnetite, and bismuth are the only things that are native to that particular biome. So the reason that we're even seeing tetrahedrite at all has to be explained by a lower rock layer that we just don't know what it is. But I don't see any more tetrahedrites, so we're going to head back eventually. One thing you can do if you happen to see one of these little vent things, and the graphics on this are a little bit messed up because I think Terrafirmapunk does something with the particles, but this is supposed to be a hot steam bath with smoke particles coming out. You can kind of makes more sense if you look at it square on like that, but when you get down into it, it doesn't quite look as good. And those particle effects, I'm not sure why. I think that might be one of the mods. I'm not really sure which one. It's getting late. That tells me I need to head back. So I'm just kind of circling the area. There's some food up there, but I don't have time to go get it. So I'm gonna quickly head back. There's a this building here has 2 chests in it though. I really do want to grab things. And that chest actually is going to be really useful itself. Oh man, I probably don't have time to... This is really risky for me to be screwing around with this, but... Oh, shoot. Okay, gotta get rid of stuff. This is not ideal. Let's get rid of a knife and an axe. Oops. Well, I gotta get in there somehow. I want to get in there. And I've obviously allowed the night to happen. And that is extremely dangerous, especially in a structure like this. Okay, and that's the almost dead knife, so that's fine. Let's get out of here. And actually, I could really borrow this door too. Well, I don't have room in my inventory for it. I might have otherwise considered borrowing that door, but right now, I'm trying to get home without dying, and that's going to be really difficult, to be honest with you. I'm already low on health. I just injured myself further, and I'm going to, any second now, be accosted by a mass group of mobs, and it's not good. Arguably, the thing to do here would be to dig a hole or something and try to spend the night in it, but I'm going to recklessly try to get back closer to home, which is generally speaking in this direction. There's a troll that will absolutely murder me if I interact with it in any way. I see my home. And here's the lake that I live on. We're just going to jump right into it, use it to slow the zombies down, and we're just going to have to quickly find a way to block this door. And we'll use a chest. There. It's completely blocked. Probably can't see, but I'll turn on the old lights here. So we are safe in here now. And actually, we really could just take this chest back, because these guys won't be able to get in here either. And I'm going to put it on the ground because might as well. This is a chest that we have unusually early access to because we don't have a saw yet. Normally you'd need a saw to get access to a chest, but we've got to do it this way. And so I've got some seeds. I'm not really sure what I want to do. I've got 6 tetrahedrites. These things, by the way, produce light as well, and they're permanent light sources. So maybe I'll just can I put these up somewhere? I don't know why I can't put these up, but we'll I'll store those there for now. You can make a fire. Unfortunately, I don't have access to my wood outside. It's all stacked in piles outside my little hut here. We've got a jumping zombie this time, which is always fun. Well, that killed him. And I can't reach that now. Little lag there. The zombies in Terrafirmapunk sometimes are equipped with gear that gives them the ability to jump higher and that sort of thing. So you gotta watch out for that, but he's got quite a few hit points. But I should be able to get him here in a second. Oh, that's good. You know, sometimes the knockback is not, you know, not so helpful even to the mob. Okay, there we go. I love that mod that makes all their body parts fall apart. Let's get these lights going here. I really wish I had some sort of permanent lighting, which I don't. The game, I think, has pumpkins still in it, which allow you to get some sort of permanent lighting going, but survivalist, what is this? How do you use that? Let me, I'm gonna Wikipedia that. And I tell you what, for safety, I'm going to grab one of these logs. We're just going to place a little log pile. This is a typical survival technique. You put a log pile right in front of your door, and that's your temporary door. So look, flax beard, beard, toolkit. Survivalist toolkit. I'm looking it up online right here. I'll show you. That would be very hard to craft in Terrafirmacraft, so... And I have to have the baubles mod. Prevent the player from mining with tools that'll use up its last... so it'll prevent you from breaking your mining tools. But I don't know if I have baubles. Is there a bauble? I don't even know how to access that. Is that even one of the mods? I don't know, but in any event, I don't see how we're gonna use that, but we'll see. We will plant all these seeds. We have most of these seeds already, but we'll plant them all tomorrow. We just have to wait until morning, unfortunately. Now, one other thing we can do, and I have several pit kilns out here, and we'll do this in a moment. We'll empty those pit kilns, and we'll get a couple of bowls, and we'll have to pan for a little bit of copper just to get the last bit that we need here. But I can actually go get some cassitterites and just jump right to bronze. So, but let's. Oh, this guy can probably get in. Hold on. Guess I'm getting a little bit hungry here. Strong zombie. Not that strong. Yeah, this steam-powered zombie is much stronger. Well, at least we have something to do in the night, and that's kill steam-powered zombies and their friends. See if he drops anything. You know, these zombie drops can be pretty good. I'm still paranoid about that spider, but let's do something while we're waiting. I don't like that sound. I do not like... Oh, and I don't like that. This is a very scary mod, okay? Mountain troll, yeah, that's scary. Okay. See, like, I barely did any damage to him, and he just, like, fucked me in the face really hard, you know? Hopefully he goes away when the sun comes out. Anyway, we are safe in here, but not that safe. So we're going to look at some quests here. We've already done sticks and stones, which I think was find sticks and stones. Do I want any particular one of these? Let's get claystone. Seems like it's going to be the most useful. We need gabbro, rock. So these are like find different rock types. Oops, sorry, I'm trying to get back. So once we get 32 of any particular rock type, we'll do that one. But it wants me to build a stone hammer now. Okay, that's fine. Stone hammer is just like this. Okay, so we'll put this here. We'll get the stone hammer, okay. And that should be enough to complete that. So I do get an oak sapling for this. Why can I not claim that? Oh, I have to pick one, that's why. Okay. Let's do fruit, because we don't have any fruit yet. So we'll get the blueberries there. And let's just eat those up so we have... see, in this, you have these nutritional groups. And the longer it's been since you've eaten some, the more you need it. So I'm just going to fill up on fruit here. And we're going to need to Uh, we're gonna need to keep that high, but in the meantime, let's see if I can put some things away. So this is medium hides. And I could also, like, if I had access to my wood, I could make a fire and cook the chicken and raw venison there, but I don't. But I could put this oak sapling in one of these. Let's put it in here. And claystone will go in there as well. Suet will go in there. Mussels. I had a other pile of bones going somewhere else, but that's okay. The straw, what I can do, I can make 2 of these. And then what I have to do, I'm going to have to expand this little survival hut, but... So anyway, this spider is driving me nuts. But it is daytime. And I'm wondering if I sneak out of here, the spider's going to follow me and try to kill me, I assume. And so let's use the... Oh god. Not just the spider, but the troll as well. Fortunately, I swim faster than both of them. So let's try to lure them over here. And then we'll just walk around and try to get them stuck. You know, oh, there's a second mountain troll. So I guess the thing I could kind of do is just walk off this direction and hopefully they despawn. What is that? See that building? There's a building. I've barely taken the time to investigate most of these buildings, so... That... Oh, I think that's one of those dungeon buildings. So there's like a roguelike dungeon under that. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. Let's just... Ooh, there's a... Is that an actual cow or is that a cow monster? That sounds like actual cow. There's pigs. There's a lot of pigs around here, so I'm not that worried about killing and using the... Oh yeah, that's the monster. Minotaur. I think I can sneak in here a little bit. But anyway, yeah, it definitely looks like a roguelike dungeon, so that's what that appears to be. Oh, look at that. That appears to be bauxite up on this hill. I love exploring in this mod, by the way. But I think I can head home now. Let me just mark the bauxite if I can get up there. Yeah, it's bauxite, and it is... It's aluminum, but it doesn't say... It's poor bauxite, okay. So that's not good. But we'll do poor bauxite. And let's see, I think I usually do orange if it's exposed. So let's try to find a good orange color there. See, there's a bit of a color palette to my madness. Red is just ore on the ground. Purple is minerals, but not ore on the ground. Orange is exposed minerals. And let's get this bismuth mark. So sometimes I'll just abbreviate like that. Yeah, there's a lot of bismuth over here. This is actually a pretty cool area because there's no trees, so it's a big open plain. You can see quite far. And I'm just kind of poking around while I am over here because I haven't explored it yet. I am still looking for other sources of copper. And we know from experience that we can find copper in this dolomite biome. So I'm just kind of peeking around for it. Okay, here's some more limonite. There's a ton of limonite. I used to... Oh, I found something really good. I used to make my markers on this map. So I used to differentiate ores with color, and that would be useful, but I don't have enough colors to really do that effectively, so I just make them all red now. And I just have to read, you know, just ever so slightly inconvenient, you know. What I used to do is, like, copper would be red, and bismuth would be green, and, you know. And that's not a bad system either, but... Did I not get the pumpkin? Oh, there we go. There's a dog. I could bring the dog back, but the dogs tend to eat your livestock. Oh, there's some jute. I inadvertently found a really good couple of things here. Let's eat this blueberry. The pumpkins are shockingly useful at the beginning of any Terrafirmacraft game because they're one of the very few ways you can create permanent light sources in the game. Otherwise, the torches burn out. So I've discussed this at length before in previous playthroughs, but these pumpkins are going to be worth their weight in gold initially here. We're going to be able to light up our immediate surroundings, which is going to do a lot to protect us from mobs early game. And hopefully we can do that by tonight. I think I'll play this through... Oh, there's squash. Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. I think I'll play this particular game, and then there's another limonite, through this night and into the next morning before calling it an episode. But anyway, when we're running a little low on water, I do want to go over there and get that jute. The jute is extremely useful in general, but especially in the early game. Okay. And these, are these also squash? I think they're also squash. So I don't mind as many seeds as possible of that. And you just hold your cursor over it in your inventory, press S, and it combines it into the same object, just heavier, which is a nice little TFC mechanic. There's crops over there too, but I'm not going to bother. Yeah, that's a little too far away. But the jute, I'm definitely going to bother with. And there's mosquitoes. Mosquitoes can come out of these swamp lake type things, and I'm not really sure much about that dynamic other than it's really painful if you get caught by mosquitoes. So I'm going to watch that one. My health is recovering nicely, I must say. But let's just get all these jute seeds, and then I wouldn't mind a couple of actual jute, fibers there. Let's see here. Let's get rid of, why is that? Just we'll combine that, perfect. Nice thing about the jute fibers is they automatically combine. There's no weight to them. They're just one object, so it's kind of like a old school Minecraft sugarcane, if you will. Or not old school, but vanilla Minecraft. I mean, there's more pumpkins over there. I would normally just, like an addict, race over there for them. But I think we have enough for now. They pop up sporadically. They just spawn. I mean, I guess I should go get them, but there's soybeans up there. I already have those seeds, so I'm not going to bother with those. But let's get the pumpkins, because I guess I can't really turn them down. There's bismuth here. And I just constantly am making these little mineral markers. Eventually, once we have access to pretty much everything we need in abundant quantities, we may calm down with the mineral marking, but for now I'm going to mark pretty much everything I come across. Here's an exposed mineral. Let's see what it is. It's jet. And then we're going to put the exposed label on it, give it orange. Jet is used for, it's like a black ink, not even ink, it's like a pigment that has aesthetic value. I'm not sure if this mod pack utilizes it for anything besides aesthetic value. This mod pack, by the way, does utilize pretty much every mainstream add-on to the Terrafirmacraft mod itself, so it's very robust in that regard. Okay. And yeah, we already got that. So let's go back around this mountain, head back home, and start lighting up the place before dark, hopefully. It is getting, I think, somewhat close to dark. So we need to move with a purpose. Just looking up in the mountains for any more exposed ore. Oops. Probably should pay attention to not dying by falling off a cliff as well. Here's another clay patch. You can tell clay patches by these yellow flowers. And this is, I want to say, green beans, probably. I could come back. I'm going to leave these here for now because I can come back and harvest them later if I'm lacking food. But I already have at least one seed of it, and we have a glitch, load-in glitch there. But it's starting to load in there. Good. More pumpkins. Gosh. Like divided. So we got 30. I think they stacked to 32 only. Let's leave it. Let's leave the rest. Because otherwise I'll have to create a new slot in my old inventory there. Do I have the... no, I don't even have my backpack on, so I can't even get more in a backpack if I wanted to. I do have basically what's effectively a backpack. Ooh, is that just limonite? Yeah, it's probably just limonite. There's so much ore in this area. I'm assuming that's limonite. Is it? No, it's bitumen. This is coal. Wow. So coal is pretty useful. So we'll make that purple. And there's two different types of coal. There's bituminous, or whatever that is, bituminous coal, and then there's lignite, which is another type of coal. And here's exposed limonite, and I'm a little inconsistent with this, but as long as I have it orange, I'll know that it's exposed. It's poor. I should mark that as poor. And here's exposed kaolinite. The kaolinite is worthless until we find graphite, though. So, and you'll see here, here I'll show you. Graphite is another very important material, and it is found in gneiss, marble, quartz, and schist. So we have to go down maybe to the schist layer to find the graphite. Now the kaolinite is found in dolomite, which is where we're finding it now. So that's cool. Also, gabbro also tends to spawn these kimberlite diamonds. Not to mention all of them have sulfur. Redstone, we're going to have to rely on a different biome altogether to find redstone in this. Except, yeah, the granite is different. That's cryolite. Yeah, we're going to have to go to somewhere to find that. We could, what would be nice is having a rock salt layer somewhere, because that's kind of one of the rare ones where we get fertilizer and other things. But anyway, I digress. We're trying to make it back home before... Oh, look at this. Berry bushes. We definitely want to get these real quick. So I'm going to get rid of this knife. And we're just going to transplant these berry bushes back home. These will produce infinite... just infinitely produce berries, although they're seasonal. But, there's no farming required to get them. So... we're still quite a ways, I guess, north or whatever direction I'm currently in relative to my home. And there's sulfur that forms around these lava lakes. But I'm heading west towards home, and we're definitely cutting it really close. I think if I just kind of beeline it this direction, I think I see... possibly where I'm heading. What's that? That's a galena. I always like to still track these things if possible. Let's just oh, we need to head due south basically, because I think our lake is here. Oh, we need to head southwest. Okay, well, we are really scrambling here. In fact, I would almost go as far as to say we have a fairly good chance of dying before we get home. I really should mark home with a giant indicator, but we'll see. We're almost there. Just climb this one last hill. Okay. And we're basically home. There's an enemy over there, but I think we're okay. So, here's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to do all 16 of these torches into these pumpkins. create jack-o'-lanterns. This is the old way of creating jack-o'-lanterns, by the way. In modern Minecraft systems, you have to do a little bit more. But I'm just going to start going around the outside here in a circular pattern and placing these little guys in a way that's designed to light up the entire area. And, you know, it's not going to be perfect. I should try to make it more systematic, probably, but, yeah, whatever. But this will prevent a certain degree of mob. There's a concussion creeper. These guys, they're weird. They make you, like, if you, in that blast, they don't do any damage to blocks or you, but they make you, like, dizzy. It's hard to describe, really. Now, I want to stress again that this lighting is temporary. It looks not the best, for sure. And it is, like, designed to just provide light until we have a better solution for lighting. But that goes a long way, honestly. Okay. So with that, and I really would like to plant these seeds, to be honest with you. So let's, I think I can take this one zombie. Oh, there's another one. Okay, change of plan. Problem is the zombies spawn so far away and they have a massive detection radius. But I guess what I'll do is I'll go ahead and get this fire started. And we'll make a, let's cook this meat up. Do I have an axe? I guess I don't have an axe on me. We found this pipe wrench somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but yeah. I'm sad that I didn't do a better job preparing for getting home sooner so I could prepare for the nighttime. And I'm using this one torch to light a whole bunch of other torches right here, and we're gonna make the other 16 of these real quick. But we don't have the ability to go out there and set them down until these zombies go away. And that may be a little while, so put this fire starter back here. Oh, shoot. Almost, oh, that's medium rare, that's fine. You can keep cooking that. I thought I had burned it for a second. Medium now, okay, that's good. And we'll go ahead and put the chicken in here, even though there's not that much of it, 10 ounces, but still better than nothing. I mean, is there any point to me even killing these guys? They're just gonna burn up in the morning, so I don't really think so. Okay, well, while that's going, I think I am gonna start winding down here. I think I will go ahead and just. It's just really annoying. I mean, one thing that is really annoying about this mod pack is that they really amp up the mob level almost to a prohibitive amount. And you might be best off sheltering high atop a mountain in the early game because this is so annoying and crippling to your ability to function. But I guess I'll start popping them if they come by, if I can lure them to the front here. Maybe I can get a few of them killed before morning and then the rest of them will melt away. I mean, it does give me experience, and the experience increases my maximum health, which is kind of useful, so. Get a couple of bites in here. At least there aren't trolls this time. Alright, get another couple of bites in. Nice. Okay, and that's that. Cool. We got a potato from one of the zombies. You know, a la classic Minecraft. Okay, and we've got more coming, so let's go back here, and we need to quickly put that down. Just barely made that in time. And the potato, of course, is very decayed, and we don't have a knife on me, so I can't do anything about that until later, but... Can I combine that? Yes, I can. There we go, that's better. Well, at least these zombies are fairly weak. I can't wait till I have a weapon. So that'll be a lot better. It's amazing how difficult it actually is to function in this, because you have to get like weapons to like do anything. Copper nugget, jeez. Yeah, we'll put this away. I'll keep everything else. Let's see here. That's 100. So I really do need a knife. Another axe head. Okay. So this will give me what I need. A couple of knives there. A couple of axes. I'll go ahead and get that. Get all the decay off of my food there real quick. But when you do it for one food, it does it for all, so... Just basically use up the rest of these axe heads on these zombies. I love how you just like randomly make a primitive axe and just you can hit the zombie with it like 8 times and then it goes away. That's a bit. I mean, they're trying for realism, but man, it does fail a few times. You know, in a certain occasions. He's about half dead. He's gonna take some doing. But it is almost morning, so one way or the other, these guys will be dead real soon. And he might have a good drop. In fact, I just saw him drop something. This guy might have a drop. It's probably that muscle there that he's holding. And the guy across the pond is starting to burn up, which tells me that it's unlikely... Oh, shoot, you know what? I burned that poultry, sure. I sure did. Ooh. That's useful. That's a brass plate. Well, we're getting some burning up zombies trying to get in. Okay. And you're not burning up for some reason. Probably your hat. Okay. Let's try to get around this guy here. And we can't sprint for some reason. Okay, let's get a knife. I think the knife will suffice. This guy is a bit tougher. Well, we're getting there. And at least we have a lot of hit points. And he's gone. Okay. So that should do it for zombies, I think. But before I do much else, I have to do a lot of inventory management. We do get heads a lot more easily in this too. And these brass sheets have been coming in too, which is kind of cool. I can actually pick that up and let's see here. I'll take that. I always forget what I put in these things. Nothing that important. Most of the important stuff I keep out here. Okay, so... brass sheet, there we go. These brass sheets are going to be really handy. But I think what I'm going to do right away is build a bed. Right here, and then we can take down this wall and expand it, basically. But what you want to do, and I need to clean that up, take your large rawhide and throw it over the top of 2 of these straw blocks, like so. Now you've got a straw bed. I can sleep at night. I'm not sure if that resets my spawn or if it just makes me sleep. I can't remember which. It only does like one of the 2 traditional Minecraft sleep functions, so I just can't quite remember which one it is because it's been a while. Okay, so I'm going to try to plant a bunch of these seeds, then we're going to deal with the rest of this clay stuff over here. A couple of soybeans. Put another rice down. Okay, and that's all we've got dug right there, so we're going to have to get some more farmland. I probably should put it here. So let's patch these in. We'll build another pit kiln up here somewhere. I think I'm just going to keep expanding this little base. So let's put these exposed to the sky right there. That way they'll collect water for me eventually. Just to be on the safe side, I'm going to chop down this fir. We're going to need some logs anyway for our expansion. You can see the progress level in the bottom right hand corner, so okay, and that's gonna take it for that. And sorry, I had to text somebody. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and should I start building this out? So if we want to build this out, I think what I'm going to do is make it one taller, now that we have the luxury of time to work with. So like so. Connect it up like that. And then we just got to take out this side. Hopefully this doesn't chop down the entire thing. I don't think it will, but we'll see, I guess. Yeah, I didn't think it would. So this is kind of annoying, but it must be done. It is faster than a whole tree, I will say. And just a couple more here, and we'll be done with this part of it. And one more. Okay. Now, let me just gonna grab some water here real quick. I made this water jug off, you know, in my pre-recording time. I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna put these berry bushes. Let's put them up here. These are cranberries, and there's a big line of them there, so that should be good. And I think what I want to do is actually have a little doorway right here. Nope, not that. Damn it. Hate making mistakes with these building materials. Okay, we'll get that flower, that's fine. And then this can be a second level, I guess, but right here, I want this to come over here. Yeah, so we'll go like this, and this. So this is kind of a multi-level home that goes down to the lakeshore. Okay, so that's going to be the basic layout, and then yeah, I'll just make it come over here somehow. But anyway, and then we can come in like this. We'll have to keep working on this, but in the meantime, what I'm going to do is try to get the rest of these, finish what I'm doing with the clay over here and get the rest of these planted. And I'm going to grab a little bit more clay because we're going to need it eventually anyway. And just kind of clear this area out a little bit for me. Okay, and let's throw the dirt back in our inventory here, and then I'm going to left click that and get all of these at the same time. Good. Our inventory is basically full, but that's fine. We'll get those down and let those turn back to grass before we use them. And let me grab, where did I put my other chest? Oh, it's right in there. Okay, so can I just combine? Yeah, okay, so that's combined now. I'm going to put these clay molds that I made off camera in there, and that ceramic vessel. I am going to keep my ceramic bowls though, so we're going to need those. But let's work on terraforming this area just a bit, and that is just dirt there. Yeah, unfortunately, these are all going to expose just a rock layer, so it's not going to be useful for farming necessarily, but and I'll tell you what, let me pop this up and put them in here. Because that way I can, yeah, that's better. That way it's not taking up land space. Okay. I don't want to alter the shape of this pond too much. But what I will do, I do think I have to let this turn into grass before I can really justify hoeing it. But I can start doing some of these back areas here, which I know will be fine. And this will go up to there, but I'm going to wait until that turns. In the meantime, what I'll do, I need to harvest some sand or gravel, so let's grab... We're going to do some panning for copper, and I'm just going to grab about... I'm going to grab about 15 blocks of this gravel here. Okay, that should be enough. What is that? That's bismuthite. And that's exposed. And, yeah, wow. Okay. We're going to grab this block. Okay, and that should be about 15, right? 14. Just grab a couple more, just to be on the safe side. Should have about 17, 16. Boy, you know why I'm getting some flints in that as well. So, but what you want to do with this, we're gonna go. How about right over here? This looks fine. Just gonna dig a little trench going in here. Now, what we want to do, we want to put this gravel down on the surface. Shoot. Well, we'll do it maybe one block at a time. Then with the empty, we're going to take one bowl, we're going to convert it into a gold pan. Right-click the gravel, and hold it under this flowing water until it gets empty, and sometimes this will give you a nugget. There we go. And we just got a native copper nugget, and that's what we're going for. And then we use up the bowl. So now we have 2 plus our tetrahedrites, and I'm running out of inventory space. So I'm actually gonna, let's use up these pumpkins real quick. And this should hopefully prevent some spawns around the lakeside. It is turning to be night anyway, so this is a good opportunity to kind of gauge where they need to go anyway. And just a few more here. Got some lag going on. Just trying to provide a broad area to prevent despawning. Now there's this thing called spawn protection as well that starts to happen after you've lived in an area and settled it. And we're hoping that that will start to happen sooner than later, but for now the lighting helps, and it helps us see too, just in general. Oh, you know what I forgot? We haven't protected this house at all. We are exposed as hell. So maybe I can try sleeping. Okay, and we've got more mobs coming. So I need, ooh, that was loud. That sounded like a duck. Let me come over here. Get my axe out. Kill the kobold here. Oh, we got a seed. That's nice. I hate how short the day-night cycle is in this. I think I'm somewhat safer up here. Well, we better have a bite to eat while we're waiting for these guys to pathfind over here. He's like moving weird. He has like a stutter step. Okay, he's gone. And let's use the knife. Can kind of help my efforts here with a little bit of intentionally planned fall damage. Okay, well he's gone. Of course I meant fall damage to the zombies, not to myself, but whatever. I do like this little corridor. I might try to build that into something at some point. But I do think this is about the safest place to be right now. Well, unfortunately I have to kind of wait. We're making progress, but the days are so short that you never get what you want to get done. I probably could change that. It's probably under a config file, but I'm not going to bother right now. Alright, so... I mean, we got a couple, and actually we've got 8 total. And I do need to go get some cassitterites, but for every 9 coppers I need 1 cassiterite, basically. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. My cassitterites are over here. They tend to be over in this area. So this is the closest one. These guys are getting close. There's a lot of them too. Could always bail and jump into the lake, so we'll see what happens. I like how they give all the zombies names. Alright, bail. I mean, I could just pull up onto a log up here too. That would protect me from everything but spiders. But I don't have any logs in my inventory, so I'd have to go get some. Let's just do that for now. And I'm just gonna do it right here. Okay, well, we'll be safe from anything except for spiders. I guess I could try to go for a Douglas fir sapling. I guess I could actually work on my quest book. So, we already did that one. Okay, so we can do this one because we already did knife and javelin. Except for I don't think I have the inventory space to complete that. Is there any food I can finish up real quick? Not really. I could put my water things down. Or I could just sit here and make javelins and throw them at him. Yeah, I just do not have inventory space right now, and it's really pissing me off. There's nothing I can do right now, except wait until morning. So I guess I'll just do that. So what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm just going to let this run, and I'm going to be back in like 3-4 minutes. I'm going to grab some food for myself, and I'll be right back, okay? So just chill. Okay, I'm back. Best streamer ever, right? Alright, so it'll be morning soon. We'll see if we get any saplings here. Saplings are kind of a pain in the ass sometimes, especially on these taller Douglas fir trees, so anything I can do to foster getting one of those, you know, I probably should do. There we go, there's one. The good thing is these damn trees are so plentiful and you don't need to chop them all down to get all the wood you need typically, so hard to run out of Douglas fir to be honest, but just on the safe side. Go ahead and get some saplings. And it is just about morning here. Rain has stopped, the sun is coming up, and my zombie friends are pissed off. Tell you what, we're gonna need to figure out a way down from here that's not incredibly painful, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this right about there. And we're just gonna use that as a stepping stool, and then I'll beeline it for, I'm gonna lead them away. Once I see the first flames start happening, I'm just gonna lead them away. There we go. Okay, ready? And for some reason it lagged on me, and so I got hit. That's not what the plan was, but I guess it works. Let's lead him up around this way. Over here. Get the music coming in. I am going to end this episode soon, but I do want to finish up those quests that are readily apparent in the quest book. Here's my plan, okay, folks? My plan is to not do anything that involves completing quests unless it's on camera, on stream. If it involves completing a quest, I'm going to do it on stream. If it doesn't involve completing a quest, I'm going to, you know, I might do some grinding stuff off camera or whatever. And that's kind of the dichotomy that I'll be following. So just kind of govern yourself accordingly with that. But let's grab that sapling and this lungs. These lungs, you know, it does remind me of the mods that had the necromancy mod pack. I remember that. What I need to do to clear my home area is I just need to lead them away for about 20 blocks. Or not 20, like, let's call it 40 or 50 blocks. So if I come right over here, and I need to get some cassitarites anyway, so let's just go get the cassitarites. Yeah, there's one right 75 meters. Yep, we're good. Right about here. And there's a giant hole there as well. Too bad I can't quite see down there very well. It'd be interesting to know if there's any exposed cassiterite, but not seeing any. So there's two. And just kind of looking the area here. It might be a pretty narrow vein. Sometimes the veins form quite narrowly, and therefore you don't get a lot of surface ore. But here's another one, and here's another one. So what I'm going to do is try to find the farthest one away from that marker so I can mark the range a little bit. And I don't see any over here. Don't see any over here really, so I think what I'll do, I'll come back right over here. And I think I found, yeah, there's some right here. So I'm just going to call this the edge of that range there. So now when we look at it on the map, here you'll see these two markers, and we know that the range is in that middle, pretty much. And there, sorry, okay. But that honestly, just 3 or 4 of these things is enough to go a long way in the early game. And we'll mine it later, but the tin aspect of bronze is such a small component. It's the copper that we really need a ton of. And so that's why we're going to spend a little bit more time panning today. I'll probably just do a whole bunch of panning off camera until I have enough to make like 4 tools. And then we'll start a new episode at that point. Okay. But I've got the 4 just like that, so no big deal. But before I end this episode, what I want to do is I just want to complete those quests up real quick and finish planting some things. So let's get the rest of this land tilled. That's about as far as I can go with it. And that's about as big as I want to make this. And we've got 2 leftovers. That's fine. Now I'm going to go back here and grab out of my chest all these seeds. Go ahead and put that sapling in there. The cassitarites. Tetrahedrites can go over there. These are my ore. Lungs, muscle. Okay. Flour. Okay, let's get the rest of these planted real quick. So this is an entirely disorganized farm, and I'm not ashamed of it. It's like no order whatsoever here in this farm anymore. But eventually we'll have a very organized planting scheme, especially once we get all the crops, which we don't quite have yet. Okay, and we have room for like 9, 10, 11, 12 more probably. But that is all of the plants, and now what we're going to do is just finish this episode by... So we're going to pick the orange on that, because again, we like the fruit, although the calamari would have been okay. And we got a pork chop earlier in the game when we killed a couple pigs, so we're going to go ahead and get the... Let's take the string on that. And then lumberjack, we just had to get 20 of one type of wood, which we've done. We don't have ash, so we'll get ash. Ash is a great wood. We have access to pine and maple already anyway. One thing I don't like about this reward system is it decreases the amount you have to explore. And jack-o'-lantern, we're gonna get a squash seed. Let's see if that opened up any of the other lines. No, it didn't. How do we open up the blacksmith line? It doesn't say. But what we could do, dolomite is what kind of rock? Well, it says marble, andesite, sedimentary, so conglomerate. I'm just seeing if there's any one that I can do with the dolomite that I have. Apparently not. So, one thing I could do is I have to kill 20 zombies. So once I kill my 20th zombie, I'll get a full heart and a reward bag with one of these things. Sugarcane would be good. That's rare, so... But let me open these reward bags on camera here real quick. Okay, so that's some food there and some granite stuff there, which is cool. Okay, alright. I was thinking about putting fences up around the whole place, so it's kind of cool to have that. Let's take that gravel, because next thing I'm gonna do is just a lot of panning. And I'll just eat this food that I have on me. I'm going to need to do something about food storage at some point, but for now I'll just try to eat it as quickly as I can so it doesn't go bad on me. But I've got a decent amount of food on me that's going to spoil a lot faster than I can eat it, and I don't have a storage system in place for it, so there's nothing I can do other than divert my attention to building a storage system. But I can't really do that until I have a saw anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and not do that. Motherfucker. So anyway, back to the panning. Eventually, the game tells you you've run out of the ability to pan in that area, so you have to move to a new area, which is fine. And occasionally, I think your panning bulb can break, so it's good that I have extra. There's one. Now, it does say gold pan, but you do typically get the copper out of it, not gold. I think you can get gold. It's rarer, but I think you can get it. But anyway, I'm just going to do a lot of this off camera and try to gather up copper. I might do a little exploring, and if I happen to come across copper, I'll let you know next episode. But I think it's time to call it. I'm going to just do grindy stuff off camera. I'm not going to build any metal tools, and I'm not going to complete any quests until next episode. But thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on the Terrafirmacraft livestream. Terrafirmapunk livestream. There's another one.